Hey there traders, welcome to the Traders Haven video summary. What I'm going to do is just get you guys up to speed in some of the things that we've been doing since the beginning of this week. We had a gap on the euro earlier on Monday, as you can see there, nice little gap there. So obviously the guys in the room were looking for a short to catch the closing of that gap. Now a lot of people might just jump in straight away and say, you know, come into the room, boom, jump in short from, let's say, that level. We're a little bit more careful about what we do. We like to see confirmation that it's going to go that way, and so we look for any pattern that showed us potentially short. And as you can see here, we've got a nice bearish engulfing. Right, we did our usual 50% fib story where you can fib from the top to the bottom, look for the 50% entry. So we got ourselves a nice little entry roughly in this environment right about there, and we looked for the short to close the gap. As you can see, that was a nice little trade down, if I point out to you there. So not too bad as far as the pips go in that way. Some of us closed out the trade at the close of the gap. Right? Others decided to close out 2/3 and let the profit run and see how far it's going to go. That's what we teach in the rooms regularly. We want to bank some pips, take those pips, put them in the bank, but leave something behind to make sure that if it's going to run on, that you'll be able to catch some of that. So some of the guys in the room were able to catch a move down. What would they have been looking for? Well, we would have been looking for opportunities to see a reversal and a continuation of the trend that we've been seeing just recently. And so if they were watching this one down, we come down here to the daily S1 the following day on Tuesday. As you come down to this daily S1, what you'll notice here is that we got ourselves a nice little pattern here, bullish engulfing pattern. Not only just bullish engulfing, but it practically broke, as you can see here, the S1, right? So it broke the S1 with a bullish engulfing. What more do you need? Well, you fib that from the bottom to the top, look for your 50%, there it is, there's your entry long. There's your stop loss down the low here, so there's your potential loss on the trade from your entry. Right, entry over there, stop loss down there, and you start targeting maybe the daily central pivot point. And once you get to this level, take some profit off. So that would be your T1, as it were. Take some profit off, put your stop loss to break even, see where it's going to go. T2 obviously would be the previous highs, and that's up this side of the world. And so those of us that caught that trade from down there are still looking at a 1/3 left in this trade. T2 removing a second third of the trade. The last third we can start ratcheting our stop if we like. Some of the guys in the room like to ratchet their stop up. Others like to just leave it and wait for what we call a ZLB pattern. Right? Some didn't catch that trade though. And so what they did was they used the Traders Haven daily trade method. Now we have a trading method that we have well documented in our private section of our forum, where the live trade members can go and log in and have a look. It's video format there where we teach our daily trade method. And our daily trade method, as we came into the trading day today, roughly here, told us get in long. So those of us that saw that jumped in long from there. There was the entry. I scaled into that as well, entered into that one. All right, along with the guys in the room, and we were targeting various levels up the top here. Part of our daily method is to take 1/3 off at 50, 1/3 at 100, and let the last run to what we call a ZLB pattern. So we have that one still in. All right, we've got a portion of the trade off, the stop loss at break even. So even those that caught a late entry that weren't able to catch the really good entry from the bottom here were able to come in today with our Traders Haven daily method, jump into a long, and get some really great pips. They also applied that daily method to the pound. We had a pound long today on the pound dollar. There was a long on the Aussie dollar that we were able to catch today. There was a news trade that we did today. Remember, our news trading strategy is running up close to the 100% success rate, guys. And you know, so we took a news trade today as well. A lot of the guys in the room stood aside because the candle moved in the opposite direction to what was expected, but the candle was of decent size on the pound news, and so some of the guys caught that pound long and got a little trade out of that as well. So all in all, it's been a pretty good week so far. Started a little bit slow, but you know, as you can see through here, a little bit slow, grinding its way down, a good few hours to get to profit on that one. But the week has picked up momentum, as you can see, and we're expecting to see, you know, similar profits, if not more, through the rest of the week. So if you guys want to see us setting up these sorts of patterns, learn where to find the patterns, how to identify which ones are the ones you want to trigger, which ones you should fib and which ones you shouldn't fib, when should you take a traditional entry, when should you take a fib entry, and all these little details that you want to find out about, guys, we discuss them daily in the live sessions, London session and New York session at fab-tradershaven.com. So come across there, join us. I'm sure you'll find a lot of benefit from the live sessions that we have. See you there. Cheers.